Heyo. Thank you for connecting to YoSoul Healing. And here is where we focus on your soul healing while yo's soul is healing. This reading shit ain't working. It ain't working. Okay. Hey yo. Thank you for connecting to YoSoul Healing. I'm Yolanda. And here is where we focus on your soul healing while your soul is healing. Here we have the high vibes and deep soul conversations. I like doing things on a whim, so I call it going with the flow, but some call it going with the flow, but I just call it intuition and letting my spirit guide me. Hence the term spirit guide. You learn something new every day, so keep living in the present and you'll see how far your journey takes you. We are all on our own individual journeys, and no one's progress is compared to any other's, just as long as progress is being made. On with the convo, shall we? So, I wanted to start off by saying that we are living in a weird time right now. Um, First off, my last video was about a year ago because I had to do some healing. I'm still healing, but a lot different than I was before. Um, I feel a lot of changes in my body, feel a lot of changes in my um, just communication with different people, how I take certain things compared to the way I used to take things. Um, the constructive criticism normally is not constructive, so it can get under your skin a bit. And back then, before my healing journey, I was very pop offish. Ask anybody that knows me, okay? So hence our first thing today is how this world has been affecting you and what have you been contributing to the higher vibes on this planet. What have you been doing? Have you been looking inward and making sure that you are doing your fair share to create love and peace and happiness and joy and light on this planet? Or are you one of the energy vampires who appreciates other people's love, light, just so they can take it from them? What I'm noticing when it comes to politics, when it comes to the government, same demon, different name. Two different versions actually. um, but I don't want to say that a lot. I learned better in my speech class not to say. But anyway, this is not speech class. This is YoSoul's healing, okay? Um, so in respects of all of these things, these different entities, the governmental entities, and so-called human services that's supposed to be here to help humans, it hasn't been much of a help from what I noticed on my journey. And before I even realized I was on a healing journey, I was on a whole nother journey before that. so, but and that whole other journey is being written in my book right now. So, um, I've experienced a lot of traumas, a lot of abuse, a lot of false faces and backstabbing. I mean, you name it. I've probably experienced it. I haven't witnessed murder, but a murder happened right around the corner from my house one time when I was like 11, 12 or something. I maybe I've been 11, and it was traumatic just knowing that a dead person was lying around the corner from my house because someone killed him. You talking about crazy for me, okay? And that was the 90s, honey. The 90s wasn't nothing to mess with back then. Um, I witnessed, and you know, not so witnessed, but it gang violence affected me, of course. I had a few friends pass away from gang violence, and my sister's ex-boyfriends or boyfriends at the time they were victims of gang violence, and watching her go through the trauma of losing two boyfriends to gang violence, I couldn't even imagine one, but two. I'm just praying for my sister that she getting her healing. I've been doing my best to try to help her move forward in her healing practices as I have been. But again, I've heard, as I've heard so many times on this planet since I've been in my healing journey, that you can't take everybody with you. Everybody ain't on the same level as you. Everybody ain't in the same healing journey as you. Everybody's different. Hence my spiel when I started recording, letting you know, everybody's on their own journey, and no one's journey is more important than the other ones. We all learning things differently in different time frames. So we need a lot more compassion for each other, and a lot more, as a friend of mine has stated recently, that I've been speaking with for the last, off and on, for the last, just an interest. He's been a man, I can't even say the words, like, a big difference from a lot of the men I've dealt with before. I'm gonna keep it there. And it's amazing to me that he even exists. Because I was running into bad guy after bad guy after bad guy, but not even really bad guy. It's just one of the unhealed, unawakened people. I'm sorry, I'm looking out the window because I like looking out the window, like the sun and the trees and the clouds and the sky, like watching the squirrels run around outside tearing up my grass because they making a nest in the tree right across from me. And I'm like, really? You got to tear up my grass though? My grass? Squirrel. If you weren't part of this world and you wasn't one of the source like me, I get an air pistol. You messing up my grass. But anyway, oh no, this is testing number two because I can't I can't say I'm a beginner. Obviously, this is the very beginning of me trying to start this, but I want to be my authentic self and non-apologetic about it. Okay, so, and I'm trying to help other people see that it's okay to be you. Don't be mad or upset or angry or jealous even of somebody else being their authentic self. And I've learned that through a lot of my time going through, that people were judging me all the time. And I was thinking that it was just to tear me down and make me feel bad and make me go through traumas and stuff. But this whole time is because they were jealous of my light. The fact that I was my authentic self and wasn't scared to be my authentic self. It got to a point where I would start checking in and be like, you know what? I'm just going to be different. I'm going to wear my hair different, or I'm going to wear different clothes. I'm going to be like everybody else and say the things that they say so they won't, outcast me as though I'm different and I needed to be treated as such. But now that I'm grown, I like being me. I don't care that I'm not like everybody else. Like, what happened? Like, there was a switch that flipped to something like bananas. But, you know, the mental health crisis that we're going through right now, as of the beginning of the pandemic, if that's what you want to call it, And I'm going to shut up on that one because I can go on forever. But anyway, the people that go through so much and realize it at that point that they can't handle this different ascension we're going through, they can't handle the changes that's happening in our bodies because we are awakening from the stupor that has been looming over our heads for the past eon. And we are no longer following the code of the matrix. Prime example, and I'm going to say his name, Russell Brand, is being ostracized because he's different. He called in a lot of people to listen to him, millions of people, six some odd millions of people to listen to what he's saying and think from a different mind of how you were indoctrinated to think your whole life, to think a certain way, to be a certain way, to act a certain way, to say a certain thing, to fit into this so-called normal when it's not normal to be like anybody else when we were all individuals anyway. We're all different. That's the amazingness of this source, this universe that we are from, the God that we are from, the creator who created the creators, is like amazing that all of these different people and entities and attitudes and personalities, like that's a miracle. Why would you want to demolish God's miracles? Like, we're creators. We're supposed to be creating on this earth and causing change for the good of humanity, not demolishing humanity, because it's supposed to be a natural transition from birth to death. If that's what we have to encounter, if we have to encounter death, who's to say? God probably never created us to experience death because our souls, we're living on. And if we're doing what we need to do to cleanse our bodies, cleanse our minds, we're going to make the transition to God's kingdom on this earth. He's going to prevail because evil is getting more active and it's causing a lot of damage in a lot of people, and people who are not aware of what's going on around them are losing their freaking minds. And I pray that they get the help they need. I pray that they get some sort of mental clarity, because I actually had to watch for about a week this lady who lived a couple of houses down from me have a mental psychotic break right before my eyes. All of a sudden, she just appeared out of nowhere, walking up and down the street in front of my house, down to the corner. And I'm like 3 houses from the corner. So it's like, they're like, she's going back and forth, losing her mind. Like, she's saying weird stuff that I don't have never heard before. And I'm just like, what kind of language is this? It kind of almost sounded like when you were in like, I don't know if it was a Baptist church, or I don't know which church, the black churches there are, that where they do the Shana Bota. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but I'm just, trying to get it out because I don't know what it's called. Because some people growing up would call it speaking in tongues. But then I find out later that speaking in tongues means different languages, like it's another language. But they call it speaking in tongues like it's some sort of, higher, like, form of language above our own English language. So that it was, I felt bad for her. They called the ambulance on her once before, and then again recently. She's just recently got taken back away last night. So I'm sitting there like trying to meditate on my lunch breaks when I'm working from home, and Oh my God. I couldn't because she was so out of it. Like she's screaming and saying all types of crazy stuff that make you think, all right, now let me call somebody because I if this chick lose her mind and come toward me, it's gonna be a problem. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to say, I don't want to have to hurt nobody because I'm trying to protect myself. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to hurt nobody, but I will protect myself. Don't let this, what they call it, innocent face fool you. Because I will forget that I've been healing for the past couple of years. If somebody come toward me with some problems, they gonna have some problems. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, so I'm like noticing, in a lot of mental health crisis. I was just talking to my massage therapist last week about it. Like, why, bro? Why is everybody going crazy? Is it just us? Like, what is happening? Like, literally everybody is seemingly going around us losing their minds. Like, I'm kind of scared to drive because I already got into an accident back in February. Also, like something else I had been dealing with. Got into an accident, and the guy was like, he was doing some weird stuff in the middle of the street. I'm on my way to work, so I'm trying to get around this fool, and all of a sudden he takes a extreme right into me when he looked as though he was finna make a left at first. So that's the only reason I proceeded around him to the right of him. Like, it was crazy. Oh my God. I'm like still suffering from that. Okay. Anxiety from that when it comes to driving. I'm working through my anxiety by driving anyway, get a new vehicle around my birthday, and Aries, just so you know. But I went to get me a new car for around my birthday because I was tired of, calling Lyft because that stuff expensive. Ain't nobody got no money for that. I love y'all, and peace out to what you do. Y'all good for that, but boo, not my money. Not my money. No. But anyway, that whole process gave me an anxiety. So I'm sitting here driving out here with anxiety already because I can still hear how loud that crash was in my ears. It was loud. I crashed into a iron fence and then slid through a parking lot and slammed into a brick wall. Thankfully, the brick wall didn't fall around me, but geez, it was that man. It seemed as though he was trying to kill me. Okay, so I'm like, just how did that happen? And he got out the car, yelling and screaming at me, calling me parental advisory because I don't edit my tongue for nobody. So just so y'all know, explicit language is coming. Because I don't shut that off for nobody. What's real comes out is real. But he got out the car calling me all types of bitches, saying, you stupid, this stupid bitch, she ran into me, this stupid bitch ran into me. Then he had the audacity to ask me if I was all right. I'm standing there like holding my head, like, because I hit my head, when he slammed into me, it made my body shake, like, and I jumped the curb at that moment. Like, my body is like moving around in this damn car. It slammed, my head slammed against the doggone door. So I get out the car like holding my head, and tears are just falling out of my face. And he gonna ask me if I'm all right after he cussed me out and telling people that I'm some crazy bitch that ran into him. But he doing weird shit in the middle of the street. Now, the middle of the street, you would think that if he was on either lane, he wouldn't have got ran into. But how are you in the middle lane saying that you was in the right lane making a right turn? Something was going wrong. Oh, he had to run to the police to tell the police first before I got to the police. He tried it. He tried it because let me tell you something. My God, my angels, my spirit guides, my ancestors don't play about me, boo boo. Don't play about me because I'm not here for that. I'm not here to make everybody miserable. I'm here for the opposite of that. I want my light to shine onto your light and we make light. We want happiness. We want joy. We want peace. We want love here. I don't want arguing. I don't want fighting, but please don't get it twisted. I bust them up. It'll be over with in a quick second. Because if I feel like you trying to threaten my life, you better feel threatened in a minute. That's all I'm saying. You better feel threatened because I don't play about me. And I know my ancestors don't play about me either. But me being a woman, of course, I'm not finna argue with no man. He telling me, what was you doing? What was you doing? Why you in the middle of the street? You doing stupid shit? And I'm like, nah, bruh. You was in the middle of the street, finna make a left turn. I was going around you. And you just made a slam right into me. Like, how did that happen? I was in the right lane making a right turn. Bitch, you ran into me. I'm like, make it make sense. How I ran into your left side if you was in the right turning lane and I was behind you. How did it happen? Because my whole right side messed up in the front. Your left side messed up in the front. So if you was in the right turning lane, turning right, I shouldn't have ever got a chance to get to you on that side. Unless I'm just doing some weird X game shit. Some damn GTA type shit. And jumping on your damn curves to hit your ass. Like, make it make sense. Just please. So I'm like, oh yeah, this motherfucker lost his mind. Oh, he lost his whole mind. But that ain't my circus or my monkeys. So I'm just saying all of that to say mental health is a real issue here. And the government don't give a damn about your feelings. They don't give a damn about what you need, what you want. And anybody who speaks out against them to say, you know what? Why is it this way? Why are we doing it this way? Who said it had to be this way? Why does it have to be this way? And how is it? They created a whole system to make it seem as though we have to work for the rest of our lives. We have to slave for them for every dollar to the day that we die. Who said that? Like, who said that we had to? Who are these people that feel they have the authority to do this to us? And yeah, okay. I hear my Israelite church in my ear, remembering that they're saying, you know, God said, whatever he cursed, nobody can bless. And it's only going to change until when he come back here. Hence us, ascending into light. Because once he wrecks shop down here, this is going to be inhabitable for people like us who want to see happiness, who want to see joy, who want to see peace, who want to see harmony, love, and laughter on this planet, who want to see creation of life on this planet, not destruction and terror and fear. They put everybody into this false narrative fear so that they could get you to conform to whatever they want you to. You a slave for life if you do what they say. If you consent. They got a whole system in the background. By you not saying no, you automatically consent to whatever they do to you. So you have to speak up for yourself. But they make you feel like something's wrong with you, that you're losing your mind, that you're not right because you're speaking up for yourself. It's like somebody coming to my house in the coming to America accent. Boy, I like this house. It's mine now. I'm looking like, nah, it's not yours. Because how you getting in here? Because you tried it. But no. We have the right to stand in front of our property, our self, or our stuff, whatever, and say, no, not today. Not today. Not today. But we get made to look like Russell Brand when we say, no, y'all not finna keep blackmailing me and making me look like some type of weird deviant because I choose to go against this system. So now you're going to ostracize the people who want to see happiness here, who want to see peace here, who want to see harmony here, who want to see people who do criminal things to people who can't protect themselves, want to see those people out of commission, out of community. Because how are you helping a community by causing havoc and trauma on people? Killing and stealing and kidnapping and raping. That's trauma. And to make you feel like you're supposed to be okay with trauma, continue to be okay with, because that's the way life is. That's life. Life is trauma. So that makes me second guess, like, why am I here then? I'm here just to suffer trauma. I wasn't here for nothing else but to suffer trauma over and over again, repetitively. And then to make it my fault that I'm standing here and saying, well, I guess since my mama went through it, I gotta go through it too. Well, since my daddy went through it, I gotta go through it too. Hell no. The buck stops here, boo-boo. I changed my mind. I opt out of this matrix. I opt out of this craziness. I'm gone. And whoever stay in this place and still be complacent in the BS, even after you've seen it for yourself. Let's be real fucking clear here. This whole pandemic was to wipe off a certain amount of people who were not going. And put them in a mindset of, we're going to overwhelm you. We getting rid of your family. We getting rid of your children. Because we can. You want to go against the machine? Then we going after your family members, and we're going to make them get to you and make them tell you wrong because you're supposed to do what the government tell you. Your government just trying to save you. Your government just trying to protect you. You're wrong. You can't do what I say. You can't be at my house. I don't want you over for Christmas. I don't want you over Thanksgiving. You wasn't jabbed. So I'm sitting there like, no, boo. If I guess I ain't going to never see y'all again. It was nice knowing you. I mean, even though I can't relate to much but trauma from my past anyway, so the good parts I will try to hold on to, but the bad parts are dead with me now, because I'm not holding on to no more hate and pain and conflict and evil and weird jealousy. What for, bro? What for? Because my kids don't deserve to be in a world that is all about traumatic events. And I'm kind of even jealous of my kids a little bit because they didn't experience the trauma I've experienced. None of it, half of it, not even close to it, not even close to it. It's just crazy. And I'm like, I work myself over time to make sure that they didn't experience what I experienced. Even to the point of paranoia somewhat when it comes to my choices in men, because I was not a feminine woman because I had to protect my children. And I had to make sure nobody hurt my children the way I was hurt. So I walked around with my chest out a lot. My nose flared a lot. Angry. Ready to pounce on somebody. But out of defense to keep my children safe. Because if I didn't save them and protect them, who the fuck would? Because I'm sitting here as a child suffering from abandonment wounds and insecure attachments because of it. Where did that come from? Because of trauma. My mom and daddy, their trauma, put me in a place where I had to do a lot of scraping and figuring it out on my own. My mama had to work 2 jobs. My daddy was on the other side of the fucking country. I mean, come on. What do you expect from a woman? She got to protect her damn self. She got to be a little bit more masculine. And they not trying to hear it. Like, this world seemed to have been set up to hurt everybody involved. The men creating in them inconsistency, creating in them just fear and what's the word I'm looking for? Like they'll run away when things ain't working out their way, or they don't like it, they run away instead of trying to figure it out as best they can first, and then okay, have a cognitive conversation with the person that they walked into this union with. Like at least have a cognitive conversation with this person and go, hey, you know what I noticed? I'm not into the commitment thing. I don't want to stay with one person. There's a lot of women out there. I get that because I was at one point feeling the same way. Like it's too many men. They too fine. Why I gotta be with just one? Why one? Just one? My head turning left and right. Like, damn, he fine. Damn, he fine. Damn, he fine. I'm like, oh my God, I need some help. But it's all of that. It's tied into mental health. All of that is tied into mental health and how we need to get our health in a better place. It starts with our diet. Watching the type of foods we eat, fruits and vegetables mainly, as organic as you can possibly find it. Filtered water, filtered water, filtered water, not purified, not spring, filtered. Because or distilled is a good way of filtering as well. So that's something I've learned. Steams all the harmful chemicals out, releases the molecules from it and get back to its original, osmosis. I want that system, that reverse osmosis thing. I want that. It might take a lot of money. I mean, I'm thinking about the reverse osmosis thing for my refrigerator water, for my sink water, my shower tub water. I need that for everything in here, like everything. Because there's no way I should be able to take a shower and feel so sluggish afterwards, like I want to just go to sleep. But obviously, the chemicals are in the water. So it's getting into the pores, and you got millions of pores all over your body. It's obviously soaking into your bloodstream like that. So you want to go to sleep after a shower instead of, okay, let's get the day going. Let's move. Let's get at it. Shoot. I mean, that has a lot to do with the diet system, whatever you eating. Now I'm finding out that a lot of this food is bioengineered, and it's like, what, you can't even trust what's in front of your eyes. It looked like something I'm supposed to eat. It looked like something I can eat, but I keep telling me I can't. What can we eat then? So I'm looking like, yeah, so I just got to go on a fast. I got to fast because eating is not conducive to my health. Who would have thought that eating is what's what you're supposed to need to survive is actually what's hurting you, what's causing you to die early. You know what I'm saying? Age faster. Because I done gained over the years, had 6 kids or whatever. I done gained so much weight. It was crazy. I used to work out every day before I got pregnant with my oldest. I mean, because I was thinking in my mind, I was getting ready for prom. I was going to be cute for prom. I wanted to be banging for prom. I banged I banged myself right up out of prom, right up out of graduation because I'm sitting there pregnant with my firstborn. So I gained with the stress and drama and trauma of that, being with somebody I wasn't equally yoked with and realizing I made a big mistake. My baby ain't no mistake because he wouldn't be here if he wasn't meant to be here. But that man shouldn't have been my baby's daddy. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So that pain, trauma, all of that tied into me feeling like, okay, I guess I got to just soothe myself. What's another way to soothe myself? Ice cream. Baby Ruths. What's the other one? Butterfingers, Reese cups. Oh my God. You name it. Out of the junk food. Spicy nacho Doritos. Cheez-Its. White cheddar Cheez-Its. Oreos. Oh my God. Oreos. Oreos. You talking about crack for black folk over here? Oreos. You talking about I had to come down off of me some Oreos. Whoa. That was whoa. You talking about a feat. And I got rid of the Oreo addiction. Thank you, Jesus. I got rid of the Oreo addiction. By fasting. I've been intermittent fasting. So before I started in 2021, March 2021, I was 350 pounds. Just blow me up. Like, how are you even able to fit on this scale right now? Because I'm sitting there like, what? When? Who? I didn't even recognize myself in the mirror. I didn't like the way I looked. I was like, oh, no, no, no. How did I do this to myself? No. It's just like something popped in my head. Like, okay. My body even started rejecting food in a certain way. Like, I'm like, you know what? I don't even want that. I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Stuff that I used to want all the time. Like, I could sit there and devour junk food in one sitting. Like, I mean, big bags of crap. Like, just, oh my God. Food stamps were the devil. That was a trick of the enemy. They said, oh, well, you need to have food stamps. You can eat more healthier foods. You can make more healthier choices. But if I don't have the means to get to the healthier food stores, I have to take whatever I can get at this point. And of course, every grocery store in my neighborhood, the junk food was right at the door. It's getting you when you walk in. And only when you went to stuff like Jewel's or Pete's, and y'all probably don't remember this. I'm from Chicago, but I don't know. Some people may remember Dominic's, some people may not. But Dominic's was a prominent grocery store growing up as well in Chicago. So it was just like, if you weren't going to those kind of stores or Pete's Produce or Pete's Fresh Market, the first thing you see when you walk in the store is junk food. Even Aldi was like that. And Aldi's supposed to be, now more healthier than anything. Oh, they just took out all of the artificial ingredients, all of the like the high fructose corn syrups and the partially hydrogenated oils. They just took all that stuff out, but they kept the high sugars in there, of course. And just the food system in America is just, I just want to say it's disgusting. Disgusting. As me and an old friend used to say, disgrossing. Can't stand this food. Like, it's no way in hell you supposed to be eating for fuel, for energy, and you get the little energy, but then you crash and burn in a hot second. Like, you feel like you need more junk food. It's like a repetitive, vicious cycle. It's a repetitive, vicious cycle. So, of course, it's causing a mental psychosis because it's messing with your brain cells to think that you're addicted to this stuff. You addicted. And I can just imagine what crackheads go through, if that's what I can call it. I know I don't want to be derogative, but, drug addicts. Drug addicts. I'm not going to say crackheads. My apologies. Drug addicts, I can imagine what they have to go through to get down off of that. Because what I had to go through to get down off of sugar, it's bananas. And I'm not even really off of it. I'm still like, I'm weaning because I feel like if I just stop completely cold turkey, I'm gonna be out here like that old girl out there. Like, these motherfuckers just don't know me. What the fuck is going on in the world? This shit is crazy. And I'm sitting there like looking at this girl like, I don't even blame her. I feel the same way. At least if I'm having these psychotic breaks, I'm in the privacy of my own damn home. Like, I ain't out here on the street like screaming and hollering. That shit gave me a motherfucker. She was losing it. She passed losing it. She lost it. Walking up and down the street with no shoes on. Now I'm with that if it's in the grass. You know what I'm saying? Because that's natural earth. The ground is not natural. The concrete is not natural. I mean, made of rocks and water, so why ain't it natural? Hmm. Maybe that because there's no life in concrete. The life is in the grass, man. The life is in the grass, man. The life is in the earth, man. That's where the life grows at. Concrete, nothing can grow through concrete unless it's so old it started cracking and dilapidating. But it take a long time for that to happen. And grass is so powerful and so just strong. This earth tills itself. Like it changes over. It's awesome. I just love this earth. This earth. It's this life of earth. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. Your prime example to get the sugar out your bloodstream, okay? Get the sugar out your bloodstream. Let me be your what not to do, okay? That's my whole purpose here, I believe, like to tell you my story, what I went through, how I got here. I mean, I've been through a lot, and this is just one part of what I want to talk to you all about on a regular basis because we need to talk. There needs to be some real conversations going on. I've been following this YouTube guy. He's more than just a YouTube guy. He started on YouTube, I think, but he's very intelligent. Like this man, he ain't even just my Wednesday crush, my Monday crush or whatever. This man is the epitome of man, bro. I can't. Like, he intelligent. Like, he way beyond intelligent. Way beyond intelligent. Is my eye dry? What the heck? That's because when I be laughing or crying, my eyes tear up and then they dry. That's a part of life. Look at that. Oh my God. Bro. See, ever since I turned 39, I needed glasses to see on computers and cell phones. That's so weird. Well, I can't really see stuff on like a pill bottle or stuff like this. Y'all know what this is. I can't see little words like that. Like I'd have to get all up into it. And even that, can't even do that. I need to get the glasses and a magnifying glass when I see stuff like that. That's way small. I'm like, how are you supposed to see that? Who can see that small? But I used to be able to see that small, okay? I might just cut all that out. But either way, I'm just me being me. Realizing that, our mental health is a problem in this world. It's causing a lot of people to do things that hurt themselves, do things that hurt people around them. And something got to give. We got to get together. I didn't get to tell you about this man who was so fine because I got distracted by my eyes. But I know I just got distracted by my eyes. But anyway, 19 Keys, somebody I've been following. Billy Carson, somebody I've been following. Oh my God. Of course, Russell Brand, Dre OG. I'm throwing shots out because these people helped me in my ascension process, okay? Help me to realize that this life ain't what people making it to be, what they've made it to be. It's not what they made it to be. It's different. It's different now. And I'm watching the changes right before my eyes. And there's some people who just don't want to see what's right in front of their eyes. They have been locked into the matrix so long, it's just not even registering. And they'd rather call you crazy than to look at it again and say, you know what? 2 and 2 ain't adding up. Or whatever. Like, they just not putting the 2 and 2 together. Basically, they just see it and go, what? So, okay, this way it's always been. What? And I'm like, how you that detached from awareness? Like, as I was telling a coworker, we are being separated. And I remember hearing in the Bible where it say, let the wheat grow with the tare. I think that's what it say. Don't misquote me. I misquoted it. My bad, because that ain't what I meant. You know what I meant. Who knows what I'm talking about? It's something of that nature. Like, okay, so there are people out here who believe one way. There are people out here who believe a different way. And it's being you're being able to see that now. It's being separated. The two worlds are being separated from the low vibrational people who stuck in the matrix, who okay with working every day for the rest of their life for a job that don't give a damn about them, that they barely making ends meet to the next paycheck. They okay with that. I ain't never been okay with that. As a kid, I was never okay with that. I was sitting there looking like, y'all for real? This how we supposed to be doing it here? My mama like, you gotta question everything. Why you gotta question everything? And I'm like, because, it's not making sense. Yeah, make it make sense. That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking. When is it wrong to ask? My mama used to tell me, if you got a question, then you better ask. Like, we in school, we get told that you got a question, raise your hand. My hand was always raised. Like, something wrong. It's not making sense. And they look at me like, Yolanda, here you go. Here Yolanda go with her questions. Here Yolanda go with her asking to try to figure out what's going on with the world. Why she so different? Why she gotta be so different? That's my question too. I don't know. Shoot, I just got here. Just like everybody else supposedly. So nobody should have any authority over me. And I don't have any authority over nobody else. Nobody owns me, and I don't own anybody else. So I can do what I want, say what I want, be who I want. Oh my God. Where was this me 25 years ago? Oh. Well, deep breath. That was a lot. A bit much, but that's just me. I'm a bit much for a lot of people. So, not my circus, not my monkeys. On that note, peace, love, and light soul tribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.